Hey everybody, welcome to the Head Startup. So in recent years, cryptocurrency has gone from an asset that only relatively few people held to a very common asset to hold as part of your portfolio. And with the pace of this change, it's understandable that there's a lot of widespread kind of confusion around what kind of taxes actually apply to cryptocurrencies. Recently, I did a guide to the situation in Ireland and what taxes actually apply if you are investing in cryptocurrency. In that video, I went through most of the basics that you need to know. So I'll actually just leave a link here if you want to check that out after this video. But there's one thing that I actually missed out on in that video, and that is what are the taxes on staking rewards and interest that you earn from DeFi loans. So that's what I'm going to focus on in today's video. I'm going to look at what staking rewards are and where is a good resource to go and actually find a good place to stake your cryptocurrency. And we'll also have a look at what DeFi interest is, and then I will talk about what actually taxes apply to these sources of income. So let's get straight into it. So first up, let's talk about what staking is. So you can think about staking as a less resource intensive alternative to mining. So basically staking involves you taking your cryptocurrency and holding it in a specific wallet, and this will help support the security and the operation of the whole blockchain. So this is called delegating to a stake pool, and you will actually get rewarded for doing this with your cryptocurrency. The reward you will receive will actually be cryptocurrency as well. So for instance, if you stake some Cardano, you will receive a reward of a certain percentage of Cardano for doing that. And when you are actually searching for a place to stake your cryptocurrency, you will be quoted in annual percentage rates. So for instance, you might be quoted a 5% rate for something like Cardano. But staking rewards can actually be paid out on a very regular basis. So some of them might be paid out on a weekly or a monthly basis, depending on the type of crypto that you are staking. And the rates that you can earn differ a lot depending on the blockchain, and there's a whole list of other factors such as how many coins the validator is staking, how long the validator has been actively staking, how many coins are staked on the network in total. So for that reason, it's important that you do a bit of shopping around, that you can try and get yourself the best rate. So now I'm going to show you basically a resource that's very good for finding a place to actually stake your cryptocurrency, and I'll go through this now. So stakingrewards.com is a resource I just wanted to briefly show you. So I found this very handy myself when I was trying to find a place to stake my Cardano. So it's a good place if you want to shop around and find the best place to stake. It'll show you a comparison of all the different rates and the different providers. So on the front page of the website here, they just basically have a list of the top 10 assets by staked value. So Cardano is the most staked at the moment in the crypto world. So you can click on whatever cryptocurrency you hold, and then they will show you a list also of the providers. So let's have a look here for Cardano. If I scroll down to the bottom of the page here, I'll be able to see where basically all of Cardano is being staked. So as I can see here, 12.28% of Cardano is actually staked with Binance, and they have a reward of 6.65%. And the second highest here, Input Output Global, they have 3.94% of Cardano staked with them, and they have a reward of 5.21%. And you can see here also the number of users for each provider. So it's a handy place if you want to compare. So they have 194 pages of different places you can stake. So you can find a place that is suitable for yourself, but it's really handy yourself. They also have calculators here, so you can work out how much you're going to actually receive and how often you'll actually receive it. So it's a very good place if you want to check it out. So that basically is my summary of staking rewards. So that is only for cryptos that use the proof of stake consensus mechanism as opposed to the proof of work consensus mechanism, which is used by Bitcoin and currently Ethereum. But Ethereum is going to move over to the proof of stake method soon when they release Ethereum 2.0. But other cryptos that use the proof of stake method are Polkadot, for example, and Cardano. So next up, I just want to talk briefly about DeFi interest. So this is another way that you can earn a bit of extra income from your cryptocurrency. So cryptocurrency sitting in a wallet may go up or down in value, but it doesn't accrue any interest, like say if you held your money in a savings account. So this is where DeFi loans were actually brought in. So this basically is just taking your cryptocurrency and actually lending it out to others. And for doing this, you will actually receive interest. So the most common way this is done is through lending pools. I'll just give you a brief description of basically how these lending pools work. So a number of people who actually want to lend out their crypto assets, they come together and deposit their cryptocurrency into a smart contract. Then borrowers can come along and take loans out of this pool of assets. So this is a lot safer because you're not borrowing just directly from one person, you are borrowing from all the people who have actually lend their crypto into this smart contract. So then when the borrower pays the interest, this interest will be split among all the people in that smart contract who have deposited their cryptocurrency into it. So that was just a brief overview of what staking rewards are and what DeFi interest is. I'm not an expert in this area whatsoever, so let's get on to what I actually want to talk about today, and that is what is the tax that you have to pay on this source of passive income that you actually earn from your cryptocurrency. So in Ireland, Revenue haven't come up with any specific rules for cryptocurrencies. So that means the current rules of income tax and capital gains tax apply. So it's very similar to stocks. They treat earning, say, income from holding onto your cryptocurrency the same as if you were earning interest or if you're earning dividends. So in that respect, you're going to pay income tax on any staking rewards that you earn, and also income tax on any interest that you get from lending out your cryptocurrencies. So the income tax rate that you will actually pay will be your marginal tax rate. So this will depend obviously on how much income that you're earning, say, in your job. So if you have a high paying job, your marginal tax rate will be up around the 51% or so rate. But if you have a low paying job, you might be paying a bit lower. You might be down around the region of the mid 30s. So then when it comes to the forms you need to include this income on, it depends on if you are a chargeable person or a non-chargeable person. So a chargeable person is somebody who is, say, self-employed, or else you're somebody who has a PAYE job, but you also earn more than 5,000 from a different source of income. So a chargeable person must fill out a Form 11 every year, and a non-chargeable person basically is somebody who has a PAYE paying job and doesn't have any additional income that is greater than €5,000 in any year. So a non-chargeable person then needs to fill out a Form 12 every year. The income can also be included on your statement of liability you do every year through your My Revenue account. So I hope that clears up people's questions. If you want to learn more about cryptocurrency taxes in Ireland, check out my other video, and I talk a bit more about kind of the capital gains side of things. And I talk about what happens when you exchange one cryptocurrency for another. You also have to basically pay tax in those situations on your chargeable gains. So I hope you guys found this video useful, and if you did, I would really appreciate it if you sub to my channel and like the video.